and welcome to Club 6, episode 10 of The Pilgrimage on FM24. I'm Jamie. Coming up on today's episode, I've got two games in the Premier League for you. We're at home to Newcastle and away to Fulham. So let's get straight into it. And the team to face Newcastle is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team then, and it is Mamardashvili in goal, back four of Doig, Colwill, Ampadu and Justin, Gray behind Jones and Jimenez in midfield, Velasco on the left, Prestiani on the right, Okafor up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant manager wants me to focus on the fact we're favourites and we should leave them in no doubt as to why. So, okay, we'll point the finger and agree with him. And let's get out there and prove it. So we'll kick things off. As always, first 10 minutes, we'll just see how things go. Newcastle, as you can see, down in the bottom half of the table in 14th place. We do potentially have the chance to go back into the top 7 if we can grab a win. But it is a long shot. And the first highlight is a Newcastle highlight. It's a free kick. It's Frankie de Jong over it. And he's hit the frame of the goal. Sutalo crosses it in. It's headed up in the air. Brables. And then it's cleared, but only as far as Botman. And the highlight comes to an end. And so far it's been a pretty even game. Newcastle may be slightly shading it, but there isn't a lot in it. So let's demand more and see if we can turn it around. But it's another Newcastle highlight. De Jong's corner, and the header is off the post and out. And the highlight comes to an end. So it's going to be a goalless first half by the looks of it. Yeah, we'll play for set pieces. Why not? So Prestiani's ball in, headed away. Okafor to Prestiani, who pulls it back, pinballs around, falls to Justin, who finds Ampadu, and it's deflected behind for a corner. So are we going to manage to force a late goal in the first half? Doig's corner, the header is comfortable for Dennis Simon to grab hold of, and it is 0-0 at the break. So time for everyone to dig in and give everything you've got. We deserve to win it, and I'm going to give them a little bit of help with some substitutions. Archie Gray is beginning to tire, so we'll bring Douglas Luiz on. And Okafor isn't playing well up front, so I'll bring on Bellio. And that'll do for now. So we'll start the second half, and we'll demand more. We're not going attacking yet. We're going to stay on positive for now. Jimenez to Ampadu, to Colwill. Into Jimenez, finds Jones, out to Velasco on the left, plays it all the way back to Colwill, into Jones, finds Jimenez, lays it on to Bellio, and he absolutely smashes that into the back of the net. And the scoreboard says Leeds United 1, Newcastle United 0, and the goal is given. So we are ahead and within a point of 7th placed Chelsea. So it all comes down to what they do now as to whether we can potentially grab that 7th spot today. Ampadu plays it back to Mamardashvili. Colwill into Jones. He's got himself out onto the left-hand side in space. Pulls it back to Douglas Luiz, onto Jimenez, and his shot is just wide. So an encouraging start to the second half. Played back to Ampadu, finds Colwill, plays it out to Doig on the left hand side, beats his man, and the shot is tipped wide. So we'll have a corner and a chance to maybe add to our goal tally. Doig's corner to the far post, headed away. Velasco gives the ball away and the highlight comes to an end. So Mamardashvili's goal kick, Bellio's flicked header, and Prestiani is through. Prestiani looking for support, finds Justin, who shoots, but it's straight down the throat of Dennis Simon. And next substitution is going to be Doig for Pascal Struijk. That's Prestiani's ball through for Bellio, and he's offside. So it wouldn't have counted even if it had hit the target. And my next substitution, I think, is going to be James Justin, but don't know if we've got the personnel available to actually make that change. If we have, then I will do it in a moment once this highlight is over. So Gomez's ball in, and the header ends up in the arms of Mamardashvili. And now we will try to make that change. It's not going to be possible to do it. So instead of that, I'm going to take Jimenez off and bring on Eklenkamp. And I'll save my final substitution for a little while longer. So into the final 10 minutes of the match, and I'm going to take off Jones, and we'll bring on Mai. We'll play him slightly out of position. It's not the end of the world. And we will see it through to a successful conclusion. Leeds United 1, Newcastle United 0. And I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode and a trip to relegation-threatened Fulham. The team for this one: Mamardashvili in goal, back four of Doig, Colwill, Struijk and Justin. Gray behind Musa and Jimenez in midfield, Jones on the left, Prestiani on the right, and Bellio up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant manager wants to emphasise the credit given by the media recently. I am going to mention our continental qualification hopes. So let's pump the fists and go with that. And let's get out there and do it. So Fulham, as you can see, in absolutely awful form. 3 defeats, 2 draws in their last 5. And that compares to our 4 wins and 1 defeat. So we should be comfortable favourites for this. But we are going to have to perform well. And we need to keep an eye on the Arsenal result as well, as Gray bursts forward and Curtis Jones absolutely slams one into the back of the net. Brilliant move, and it is Fulham 0, Leeds United 1, and we've played 4 minutes. And we're now inside the top 7. Arsenal level with Aston Villa, so as long as they don't win, this will be enough for us to burst into the top 7. So Jones back to Justin, down the right hand side. He's lost it to Lee Kang-in. And Dai clips it into the area, and Ruiz fires Fulham level. I don't think it's offside. It's tight, but I don't think it's offside. And it's not. It is Fulham 1, Leeds United 1. So we're now going to drop back out of the top 7. And we've immediately bagged a second goal. I'm not even sure what happened, if I'm honest. So I've no idea whether this is going to count. It's not. So it remains 1-1. And still plenty of work to do then. So we're back down to 8th. But very hot on the heels of Arsenal. If we can manage to bag a goal, then we'll go above them. But it's Mourinho to Doyle, Chalobah to Mourinho, Palhinha to Doyle. Musa's won it back, so we can break to Prestiani on the right. Prestiani looking for support, finds Justin. Prestiani gets it back, and Curtis Jones finishes off the chance. And it is Fulham 1, Chelsea 2, Leeds United 2. Don't know why I said Chelsea then. Lee Kang-in with a free kick. Headed away. Cordoba back to Chalobah. Finds Mourinho into Tomiyasu. Lee Kang-in. And we're struggling to get the ball back at the moment. Chalobah to Cordoba. And it's played all the way back to Henderson in goal. He plays it out to Mourinho, who bursts over the halfway line. Mourinho back to Chalobah. Into Palhinha. Tomiyasu to Ndiaye. Through for Lee Kang-in. And it's hit the post. Strauch picks up the ball, but the highlight comes to an end. And so far, you wouldn't know that Fulham were struggling against relegation and we're battling for Europe. Fulham have been at least as good as us. Colwill to Doig. Gray into Jimenez. On to Prestiani. He's into the area, and Gianluca Prestiani lets a shot off and has scored an absolute rocket. It is Fulham 1, Leeds United 3. And all of a sudden we do have a little bit of breathing space for the first time in the match. Mourinho though for Fulham. Sucic into Palhinha. Tomiyasu to Mourinho into Palhinha again. Through the gap. Sucic hits the post. Colwill clears. Kang-in to Palhinha. And we get it clear. Prestiani brings it away and the highlight comes to an end. And that should be half time. And it is Fulham 1, Leeds 3 at half time. So we're pleased with that. The only question now is, does anybody need to come off for a rest at half time? And I think the answer to that is no. We'll leave it exactly as it is. And we'll praise the boys for a first half well done. But can we manage to strengthen our position even further? Arsenal are still level at the moment. So we keep hold of 7th place. As Strauch takes the free kick to Justin. Into Jimenez. Prestiani on the right. Plays it infield to Justin, who beats his man. Gets the shot away but can't keep it down. And the highlight comes to an end. Henderson's got a goal kick to Cordoba. Into Tomiyasu. Back to Cordoba. who finds Doyle onto Sucic. Mourinho on the right. Plays it infield to Palhinha. Tomiyasu into Ndiaye. Lee Kang-in shoots. Lee Kang-in scores. So it's Fulham 2, Leeds United 3. And it's back in the melting pot again. We'll demand more. And look at potential changes. But it's Doig's corner. The header is just wide. But there's been a foul. And we've got a penalty. These are never overturned, and this one's not going to be either. So it is number 12 with the spot kick, which is Bellio. And he smashes it beyond Henderson in goal. And it's Fulham 2, Leeds United 4. The game is now 1. So let's start protecting some legs. Gnonto... In fact, let's get Okafor on for Prestiani. Let's get Gnonto on for Bellio. Let's get Ampadu on for Gray. And we'll get Mai on for Colwill. Let's see if we can complete the job and walk away with the 3 points. And unfortunately, Arsenal have taken the lead against Aston Villa, dropping us back out of the top 7 again. Ampadu heads clear, but only as far as Mourinho. And Mourinho's shot is tipped over by Mamardashvili. So Fulham have not given up on this yet. And Cordoba's header is wide. So that might be enough to see it through. But the corner comes in and it's headed over for a goal kick. And now we need to make our final change. I'll bring on Calafiori at left back. Chalobah for Fulham, back to Cordoba. Finds Bellini. Plays it down the left flank. Beckford's cross. And the shot hits the crossbar. And that should be enough now. And that is the full-time whistle. Fulham 2, Leeds United 4. I'll be back in a moment with the Premier League table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the Premier League table then. And as you can see, we are 8th. So we did fall out of the top 7 again. And we've got 12 wins, 6 draws, 9 defeats, 42 points on the board. We're only 2 points behind 5th place Chelsea, so we're not far off at all of where we want to be. So let's have a look now at when we're going to come back, and I'm going to play all of March off camera, and I'll bring you back for the Premier League trip to Southampton and the home match with Crystal Palace. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.